Welcome to Century High School. My name is Nate Wahlberg. I'm the principal at Century High School. It is with great excitement, pleasure, and every other word I could possibly think of that we welcome you today to our graduation for the class of 2022. Now we'll afford anybody who wants to the right to stand for our national anthem, and our Century High School band will be playing it for us. And the choir will be singing. Sorry. Thank you, Ms. Kaus.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Okay. We invite you to stay standing to honor our graduates. Just trying to get your exercise in this morning. We invite you to stay standing to honor our graduates as they process in. Our procession will be played by the Century High School Band under the direction of Miss Amanda Kaus.
Good morning, everyone. How are you feeling this lovely morning? Tired? Okay. Don't worry, you guys. You can get caffeine after this. I want to thank you all for joining us today. I want to thank parents, families, loved ones, teachers, staff. My name is Salma Abdi, and as your student body president, it is my distinct honor to welcome you to our humble abode, aka our high school gym. It is only fitting that we complete our high school journey the same place it began. As doe-eyed freshmen learning Centuries' cheers, we did not know how these 4 years would change our lives. The friends we would make, the teachers and mentors who would revolutionize our thinking and future plans, and the global pandemic that would impact our lives. The class of 2022. While we only had a beginning and an end to this experience, it wasn't an empty one. It was a bittersweet journey filled with 6 a.m. alarm clocks, hoping the random train that shows up the one day or 5th day you're late is short. It's watching the sunrise on your way to school every morning. It's raising money for Bear Creek. And it's leaving home early for club meetings and coming home late after practice. It is the camaraderie and community we built. Century gave us an individualized experience, filled with good and bad. But it also allowed us to partake in a community that fostered a deep layer of understanding and commonality. So as you look around and hear your classmates' names get called, you'll remember the kid who sat next to you in world history freshman year. You'll remember your chemistry partner from sophomore year, and you'll finally put a face to the name of the person whose camera was never on junior year. And every time you pass the person to your right or left in the hallway, it'll hit us in T-minus 20 minutes that we'll no longer be Century students, but Century alumni. So I urge you to take a deep breath. I do legitimately mean take a deep breath. And feel those feelings, the good, the bad. Reminisce. Because I won't say once a Panther, always a Panther. Because while being a Panther was amazing, and it'll always be a part of us, and has definitely shaped us, it should not define us. In fact, it's 2000s to define us. Because High School Musical 3 came out 2008. Adults, yes, you are old. Before we started kindergarten, we didn't start kindergarten in 2008. So could we have anticipated any of this happening? Could we have anticipated how any of this would impact us? Who would we have become years later? So dream bigger than you ever thought possible. Fervently pursue your dreams and push yourself out of your comfort zone. Utilize the regrets that you have, the mistakes you made, and the successes you accomplished to learn to be your best and truest version. So as you walk across the stage, let it dawn upon you that you did it. You accomplished it. And believe that the education you have received has equipped you with the power to change the world in your own way, to make a difference for the greater good. Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Madeline Michelson. It is an honor to address this gathering today. The students who have demonstrated remarkable perseverance, the friends and family who have served as a steadfast system of support, and the faculty who dedicate themselves to producing educated, capable young adults. It is common knowledge that the high school experience of this graduating class was interrupted due to a period of isolation. Tai Tashiro, an author and psychologist, remarks on this topic that developing teenagers require regular, face-to-face interactions in order to comprehend social cues and communicate properly. So, if this speech goes horribly wrong, there is a scientific excuse justifying why. In all seriousness, this time of seclusion kept many confined in their homes. A home has the potential to be more than simply a tangible building, as a home is representative of comfort and security in this way. There's a home people build in an abstract sense when advancing through childhood. The construction of this conceptual home commences in elementary school. The imaginary lawn desperately needs tending to, as games like freeze tag and grounders have torn up the sod. The landscaping is composed solely of vibrant dandelions, some already proudly puffed and anxious to be wished upon. Scraped knees and dusty hands sprawl upon pavement. The summer sun's radiance reveals chalky fragments of imagination upon the driveway, from polka dots to dinosaurs. And seizing that chalk, one outlines the foundation of this home with uneven scribbles. Middle school is where things start to get serious, because now it's time to construct the walls. Affirmations from teachers and friends rise to obscure troublesome whispers heard during passing time. But there's a breach in this wall for a door, one which a friend passes through, signifying that there won't be any sitting alone for lunch or scrambling for a partner during group projects. The final touches materialize in high school. Steady grades and impressive test scores swell the fashion's shielding roof, protecting one from a downpour of disappointment. Painting the walls with a cloudy silver, one recalls precious memories gifted by these formative years. Clinging to the walls are images reminiscent of competitions, group projects, tests, game days, moments in the library and cafeteria, performances, concerts, and the people who shared these experiences. Echoing from the garage is the deafening, pounding music of late nights in the car with friends, laughing and talking for ages. It is a magnificent home. But there's a chip in the paint, causing flakes to hit the floor, ribbons of silver fall, when one reflects on how this chapter of life is now concluding. The roof of grades is groaning under the weight of extra classes and procrastination because this homework is impossible. The door that a friend bounds through might now quiver or slam. The walls crack and splinter when success is elusive. This home might tremble. And it shakes and it shakes and it shakes. Because the foundation is not yet strong enough. The good news is that there is still time to strengthen this foundation. To equate the value of one's life to accomplishments and recognition is to brace oneself for failure, as these concepts are solely subjective. To declare that now the class of 2022 is qualified to overcome all of life's trials would be to embrace ignorance, for there is still a lack of experience. To properly construct a home, one must consult an architect, electrician, masonry worker, carpenter. Without this experience, the home will be fragile and vulnerable at the first gust of wind. Now is the time to advance across the threshold, to seek experience, to widen perspectives. Whether the next step is attending an educational institution, diving into an occupation, joining the military, or taking a year to figure it out, I urge you to broaden horizons, expand social circles. There is beauty in learning from others' backgrounds, and there is power in experience. In the wise words of J.R.R. Tolkien, home is behind, the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread. We have journeyed through our childhood, acquiring as much knowledge as we could. Now we abandon the shelter of our youth. Now we seek experience. Thank you.
Good morning. For those of you wondering, this is usually the kind of response we get first hour during school. So let's give it another try. Good morning, everyone. All right, that's better. I would like to introduce ourselves to another way to say good day or good morning. And as we sit in the land of the Dakota people, I would like us to use that sacred language this morning. And one of the ways that we greet in Lakota is to say good day. Anpetu watse. Can you guys give it a try with me? Anpetu watse. Thank you. At my house, we say buenos dias. Other people might say sustoi, or mafiantahain, or marhaba, kif halak. Other people sign. And each of us has a unique way to greet people, whether our loved ones or our friends. And I would like you to think about what is that special way you use to greet people. Sometimes, those of you that are parenting some teenagers, says, hey, I'm home. So I'll give you about 10 seconds just to think about that way. What's that special way you use to greet people? So I want you to look to the people to your right and to your left. And I want you to try that greeting with your neighbor right now. It could be your home language. It could be that special way you use at home. Give it a try. Thank you. I love to hear that conversation and just that sense of familiarity in that greeting. So I invited you to participate in this so that we could appreciate the uniqueness of everyone here today. Class of 22, you have a special place in my heart. I met some of you back in second grade when I chaperoned field trips for Amalia's class, or when I saw you in the hallways at Jefferson Elementary. Others, I met when I subbed in your classes throughout elementary years, and for a few of you, I've had the honor of having you in class. Some of you were born and grew up here in Rochester. Others may have moved here in elementary or in middle school, and yet others might have joined the Panther family just recently. And despite these differences, each of you navigated some really hard circumstances over the past few years, either because of the COVID-19 pandemic or other personal circumstances. And the world did not stop during this time. And as we come together to celebrate your accomplishments as graduating seniors, there's one thing that we can all remember as we move forward in life. As unique as each of you are, people you will face in your next steps in life will also be as unique. We have gotten lost in public philosophical discussions, and people often want to prove they're right. And we forget about our humanity and each individual's uniqueness. You have a great opportunity to shape the future of our community, or whichever community you choose to join. Coretta Scott King said the following: "The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members." So as you start a new beginning, honor the humanity of the people you will find, either in your future jobs, your military assignments, your new careers, and in every interaction, by remember they are unique individuals just like you. Compassion is not only something to give to others, but also to give to yourself. We live in a very competitive society that's always asking for perfection and more of each of us. And yet, as you begin a new phase in your life, growth will require adjustments along the way. Not only because there may be hard times, or times when you fall short of your expectations or somebody else's expectations, but because mistakes happen. So allow me to illustrate that with a really short story. Back in elementary school, it was a busy day. I was trying to get ready and get Amalia off to school and, you know, hustle and bustle and get ready and go get in the car. And she does, and I go and get in the car, drive down the hill to Jefferson, and I turn around to say, hey, have a great day. And I turn back, and the car seat is empty. The child is not in the car. So I drive back home, and there she is by the end of the street with her backpack just walking to school. And good news, right? We found the child, and she made it. But there's many of those small and sometimes bigger mistakes that we'll go through life. And if you look at the adults in the room, have we made some mistakes as we go about life? We have. And so I ask you to be compassionate and give yourself grace as well. So in closing, I would like to read an excerpt from the words of Amanda Gorman in The Hill We Climb. We did not feel prepared to be heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it, we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. But one thing is certain: if we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change our child's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than the one we were left with. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. And every nook of our nation and every corner called our country, our people, diverse and beautiful, will emerge, battered and beautiful. When the day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. So class of 22, as unique as you are, be brave to seek the light, be brave to see the light, and be brave to be that light. You got this. Congratulations, class of 22.
As a choir, would like to make a switch in our program to sing today Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, which has become a really meaningful song for us as the year has ended with our choir seniors.
There was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the
With all Rochester high schools graduating today, Dr. Piquel unfortunately is attending one of the other ceremonies. But that does not mean he is any less proud or any less excited for the accomplishments of the class of 2022 at Century High School. With that being said, he did take time to record a message that we're going to show for you right now.
Hello, class of 2022. First, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to wear my Harry Potter costume. I don't get many chances to wear it these days, and your graduation is the best reason I can think of. In a few moments, your relationship with the organization called Rochester Public Schools will change in a fundamental way. When you cross the stage and accept your diploma, you'll shift from being a student we are responsible for educating to being a young adult who is a graduate of this school district. That's a big change for you, and it's a big change for us. The educators of Rochester Public Schools want you to succeed in life more than you probably know or can even imagine at this moment. Trust me on that. Your teachers and I are deeply aware that we are sending you out into a world that is constantly changing and wildly uncertain. That world seemed somewhat stable when I graduated from high school and then college long ago, after which I spent 2 years teaching English and American Studies at a university in a Chinese city of 8 million people that very few Americans had ever heard of at the time. That city was Wuhan, and for reasons that nobody could ever have predicted when I lived there, that name is now known around the world because Wuhan was the epicenter of the coronavirus epidemic that has changed all of our lives. And so, you never know what might happen and what storms will come into your life. Given the changes and challenges that inevitably lie ahead of you, what one thing do I want you to know as you end your time in Rochester Public Schools? Well, that one thing is this: take charge of the relationships in your life. Don't just expect them to appear, and don't just accept them because they're already there. Think of yourself as a quarterback who gets to decide what other players belong in your huddle. I think the comparison to a huddle is a good one because in a huddle, football players literally put their arms around each other, support each other, and figure out what they're going to do together when they head back out onto the field. And then they go do it together. Before I began my work here in Rochester last July, I was president of a research organization called Search Institute, where we studied relationships in the lives of young people and young adults. Over the course of almost a decade of research, we found that there are 5 kinds of people that you need in your huddle. When those 5 kinds of people are in your life, you're much more likely to succeed in school and some kind of college, to have strong social emotional skills, avoid risky behaviors, and to generally be on track to thrive in life. Let me tell you about those 5 kinds of people. The first is pretty predictable, but also indispensable. It is someone who really cares about you. That is someone to whom you really matter, who you can depend on, and who believes in you. The second type of person you need in your huddle is the type of person who will challenge your growth, meaning that they push you to keep getting better. They set high expectations for you, and they insist that you take responsibility for your actions. The challenge growth people can be the hardest to have in your huddle, but you need them to make you better. The third kind of person you need in your huddle is someone who provides support, meaning that they help you figure things out and they stand up for you when you need it. The fourth kind of person is someone who shares power with you, meaning that person treats you with respect and gives you a say in decisions that affect you in your life. They give you voice and choice, and they let you lead. The fifth and final kind of person you need in your huddle is someone who expands your possibilities, who introduces you to new people, places, ideas, and experiences. Once again, you're the quarterback of this huddle. You should welcome or keep people in your huddle when you think they care about you, challenge you, support you, share power with you, and expand your possibilities. And you should move people out of your huddle who don't do those things and instead bring negative energy into your life. Now, these 5 kinds of people don't actually need to be 5 separate people. One person can build all 5 of these types of relationships. In fact, I bet there are people right there in the room where you're sitting who've done all 5 for and with you. Maybe it's a parent or another member of your family. Maybe it's a friend who's graduating with you today. Maybe it's a teacher or another member of the school staff. Whoever it is, your life is better because they cared about you, they challenged you, they supported you, they shared power with you, and they expanded the possibilities in your life. It might seem a little awkward to do, but I hope that after this ceremony, you will thank them for the role they have played in your development. Trust me, it will mean the world to them if you do. And if you are sitting there tonight thinking that nobody brought one or more of those 5 kinds of relationships into your life, don't despair. It's not too late. You are the quarterback, and in the years ahead, you can seek out people who will do those things for you and for whom you can do those things. While I think that a football huddle is a good mental model for thinking about relationships, I think an even better metaphor is the roots of a tree. Some of those roots are long and strong, like the family members who have been there for you since you were little. Some of those roots are short and skinny, like the teacher who only taught you for a single semester. But whatever the length and strength of those roots, they all work together to enable you to learn and grow and to withstand those storms that life will throw at you. Class of 2022, remember your roots. Take care of them, surround them with good soil, and give them water and clean air and plenty of sun. On behalf of all the educators and staff in Rochester Public Schools, I want you to know that we are proud of you, we are honored to have educated you, and we will be cheering you on as you go out into this unpredictable world and make it a much, much better place. Congratulations.
Okay, now we're at the big moment. Couple of housekeeping items. Graduates, as your names are read, please pay attention to the ushers to know when it's your time to go. Take a moment to stand up here and get a picture made, and then come on down here. And we're going to take a lot of pictures of you today, I guess is the moral of the story. And then as names are read, family members, I know you're really excited about this moment, and you have put a lot of energy and effort into getting your student across the finish line. Please be respectful that everybody is here for a very special moment, and we want to make sure that everybody's name is recognized and heard, so please be respectful of that. Before we go on to the names, the only thing I just wanted to say is, although I have only been here a year, I want you to know how much, on behalf of the staff and myself personally, how much we care about you because you're a Century Panther, because you came through our halls, and because you are a part of our lives, and we hope and wish the very best for you, no matter what direction you end up heading. And if you ever need some help, if you ever need a shoulder to cry on, Century High School is always open for you, okay? So, that being said, my name is Nate Wahlberg. I'm the principal of Century High School, and it is with great pride that I present the class of 2022. Dr. Jeannie Marvin, I want to certify on behalf of the staff that they have all met their requirements for graduation, and I ceremoniously pass the baton off to you. Thank you.
Apparently, Miss Benjamin and I are both fans of Amanda Gorman, who was the first youth poet laureate of this country. She read a couple of lines from Amanda Gorman, and I'd like to read just one from a poem that Ms. Gorman wrote in the midst of the pandemic. One of these lines was, "In testing times, we become the best of beings." Graduates, you have been tested. You have persevered, and you have emerged as the best of beings. So on behalf of the Rochester School Board, it is my honor to accept the Century High School graduating class of 2022, having met the requirements set forth for graduation from Rochester Public Schools. Congratulations, and go Panthers.
Siham Ali. Jenna Kidman. Ibrahim Matan. James Welker. Harrison Amorim. Allison Austin. Julia Baber. Emily Bailey. Andrew Baker. Andre Bancos. Jameson Bargfried. Shannon Barr. Colette Berry. Vinay Biram. Lacey Belts. Maya Beneke. Amalia Benjamin. Chloe Biela. Ethan Binnicker. Zachary Blixt. Christian Borman. Connor Boston Salcho. Brooke Bottomiller. Evelyn Brickley. Abigail Bunce. Ella Burchill. Jack Camburn. Kayleen Chang. Zoe Chen. Abigail Connolly. Alan Contreras Llanas. Emily Cordes. Connor Kozik. Tyler Crow. Luke Dahlman. Rhea Danielson. Annie Davis. Benjamin Davis. Timothy Dettinger. Ella Feigl. Clara Fletcher. Dalton Foreman. Sarah Fox. Luke Freemuth. Alexander Gallardi. Darren Gillis. Isaac Gunther. Kevin Ha. Maria Hansen. McKenna Harms. Mohammed Hassan. Matthew Hahn. Brooke Heaton. Hannah Hines. Ian Hensley. Mario Hernandez. Angelo Heizan. Ali Hovde. Margaret Hu. Yang Kwang. Jordan Hunter. Jacob Hivted. Sorry, Jacob. Jack Highland. David Irons. Jerry Jerebeck. Dylan Jurgensen. Benjamin M. Johnson. Benjamin R. Johnson. Soham Joshi. Aiden Kadia. Justin Corral. Lily Keeler. Damian Kim. Oscar Clampy. Luke Cottam. Rishikesh Krishnan. Henry Cruz. Kristen Ledoux. Melanie Ledoux. Morgan Lindner. Preston Loyek. Benjamin Malm. Kirthi Manavenan. Aiden Marcoux. Paige Martin. Trent Martin. Drake Mayer. Madeline Mayer. Bria McEldowney. Owen Murgis. Ellie Myers. Marina Moberg. Abdul Qadir Mahmood. Ethan Morecombe. Robert Murphy. Joseph Nessler. It's his curls. Lydia Niederstadt. Aiden Nord. Nora Novak. Noah Oakes. Charles Odell. Sam Odell. Jub Ogok, Jonathan Olander, Walter Oyen. Jillian Patnod. Charles Paul. Rivaldo Pena. Lawton Peng. Jaden Peterson. Henry Peters. Amelia Polk. Carter Poncelet. Gabriel Poole. Michael Poole. Michael Rand. Ramon Riba Marmolejo. Gracelyn Ross. Luke Sadasti. William Shart. Nicholas Schnell. Katya Schuler. Vamika Sharma. Jillian Shockman. Allison Shriver. Kunia Silikpo. Bethlehem Similahom. Lucas Singer. Trupti Singh. Xander Stewart. Good job, Xander. Isaac Sutter. Aiden Swee. Anna Tauscher. Isaac Thompson. Jonathan Torbenson. Delaney Tweed. Cole Vale. Carson Wager. Sarah Wendorf. Ethan Wirtz. Jay Whitney. Ethan Wills. Zachary Woolman. Richard Zhang. Han Zhu. Andrew Yen. Jenny Yen. Emily Yang. Grant Yolch. Gaia Vasallo. Stephen Spencer. Abigail Zeman. Guy Chan. Isabella Aceves Rodriguez. Kathleen Thompson. Jack Weiser. Ashley O'Brien. Kylie Passo.
Okay. In just a second, we'll get you guys out of here. So for right now, graduates, if you want to stand, and we will do the tassel thing. So everybody should have the tassels on the right-hand side. And then if you please go ahead and move them to the left hand to indicate that you are now graduates of Century High School.